Good evening, beautiful friends. Good evening, beautiful souls. Good evening, peace lover. Good evening, light seeker. Forgive me, there is a little bit technical problem here in ashram. Forgive me, a little bit late that we are in it. Forgive me. Excuse me, excuse me. Check. Yeah, forgive me, beautiful soul, beautiful heart, light seeker, peace lover. Please deeply apologize me for some technical matter that happened in ashram. Yeah, as usual, life is full of problems, but problems are here not to weaken our soul journey, but to strengthen our soul journey. No worry, we will keep growing. As I promised before, in this beautiful evening, we are going to discuss about pain, the gift that nobody wants. A beautiful topic which is very important and needed by countless people in our very challenging time. As I keep repeating the message in social media especially, there is no life which is free from problems. There is no life which is free from problems. Even the holy souls have their own problems, because problems are not poison, problems are nutritions of the soul. Problems are not poison, but problems are nutritions of the soul. For that reason, no worry, no need to worry about the technical problem. Simply now we continue with the topic of pain, the gift that nobody wants. Suffering is not here to punish us. Suffering is here to help us to grow. Since we have already starting the journey around 8 minutes after the schedule, I will directly come to the main topic of this evening. Pain, the gift that nobody wants. In one of beautiful morning in ashram, I heard a beautiful message like this. In one of a beautiful morning in ashram, thank you very much, Pak Komeng Sudiarte and friends in Bali. Thank you very much for Pak Darmin and friends outside Bali who reporting that the picture and also the sound is clear enough. We will now continue with the topic of pain, the gift that nobody wants. In one of beautiful morning in ashram, before I turning on the incense, I heard a beautiful message like this, which is very relevant in opening the topic of pain, the gift that nobody wants. Do not let the pain define you. Let the pain refine you. That's a beautiful message. I do not know where the message comes from, but that message deeply touched my heart, especially after deciding that the topic today is pain, the gift that nobody wants. Suddenly, few days later, there was a message in ashram. Do not let pain define you. Let pain refine you. That's a beautiful message. If you are angry, if you are protesting, if you are rejecting in the midst of this long crisis, it means the pain defines you. If you are angry to those people who are angry to you, it means pain defines you, which is dangerous for your soul journey. What I'm suggesting to you this evening, do not let pain define you. Let pain refine you. If you are defined by the pain, meaning that you see only punishment behind the pain. If you are refined by the pain, meaning that you see lesson behind the pain. The C is difference. If you are defined by the pain, you focus on the punishment. If you are refined by the pain, you see only lesson. If you are defined by the pain, you see pain as the hand of Satan. If you are refined by the pain, meaning there is a message, a holy message behind the pain. For that reason, this evening, I'm going to touch your heart. Let's transform your heart from being defined by the pain into being refined by the pain. If you are protesting, rejecting, full of anger because of this long pandemic crisis, meaning that you are defined by the crisis. But if you focus on the lesson, not the punishment, and keep growing, crisis help you to grow into a much more mature way, meaning that you are refined by the pain. In order to be refined by the pain, not being defined by the pain, let me share to you the spirit behind this topic. What is the spirit? Since I'm a spiritual teacher, I always start the speech by sharing the spirit behind the topic. This evening is the pain, the gift that nobody wants. This is the spirit behind the topic. Without sunlight, without hot sunlight, the flower will never blossom. Without blowing wind, the kite will never fly. Without dirty mud, the lotus will never bloom. Let me repeat again. Without hot sunlight, without hot sunshine, the flower will never bloom. Without blowing wind, the kite will never fly. Without dirty mud, there will be no lotus. Pain is like dirty mud to the lotus. Pain is like blowing wind to the kite. Pain is like hot sunshine to the blooming flower. For that reason, do not look at the negative side of the pain. Now focus on the lesson and the guidance side behind the pain. Do not look the pain as God punishment. Look at the pain as God guidance. That is the way to transform pain from being defined by the pain into being refined by the pain. Since this is very important, let me repeat the message behind the topic of pain, the gift that nobody wants. Without hot sunshine, the flower will never bloom. Without blowing wind, the kite will never fly. Without dirty mud, the lotus will never grow and glow. Using this spirit of life, now we are entering the three messages behind the pain. there are spiritual messages behind the pain. That is what I'm going to share this evening to beautiful heart, beautiful soul, beautiful friends, light seeker, peace lover, and meditation lover. There are 3 action steps that I'm suggesting to you. There are 3 action steps. The first one, pain as protector. The second is pain as compass, meaning compass is the direction to follow, like north, south, east, west. The third one is pain as angel. We are going to talk about the 3 hidden light behind the pain. First of all, pain as protector. The second one, pain as compass. The third one, pain as angel. Now let's start by explaining. Let's start with the first step by explaining the subtopic of let me explain number 1, pain as protector. No worry, the sound a little bit a problem. No worry. There is a little bit technical problem recently in ashram. No worry, just focus on the message. Don't focus on the technology, just focus on the message. Let's start with number 1, pain as protector. Suppose that someone who got stomach, in one day someone got stomach, but the pain behind stomach is protecting you not to eat the same food in the following day. If you have a stomach today, you naturally contemplate what kind of food that I eat yesterday. Don't repeat to eat the same food. That is what I mean by pain as protector. Pain is there to protect your health. Another example, suppose someone have a problem with headache. You will think, what is the message behind the headache? Oh, I have been thinking too much. For that reason, try not think too much. As I keep sharing before, less thinking, more flowing. Another example about pain as protector. Suppose that you have a problem with your knee. If you have problem in your knee, meaning there is energy block. If there is some energy block in the leg, in the feet especially, meaning you need more walking, less sitting. Another example, pain as protector. Suppose that you are harmed by your friend. You are deeply wounded by their unfriendly words, meaning do not interact too much with those friends. Do not interact too much. Politely run away from them, because the more you will interact with those persons who keep harming you, the more you will be wounded. That is what I mean by pain as protector. You are protected by the pain. You are not attacked by the pain. You are protected. Like the person who got stomach, the stomach give feedback, don't eat the same food. Like another person who have a problem in the leg, or you have energy block in your leg, meaning more walking, less sitting. You are wounded by your friend very often. It is a feedback. Do less interaction with that person, because the more you interact with that person, the more you will be wounded. That is what I mean by pain as protector. You are not attacked by the pain, but you are protected by the pain. You are not attacked by the pain, but you are protected by the pain. That is the first part of our topic today, pain as protector. The second topic is pain as compass. Pain showing to you the direction to follow, especially in your soul journey. I have been keep sharing to my close meditation students, especially the spiritual messages behind pain. There are countless spiritual messages which are hidden behind the pain. If you focus on the spiritual messages behind the pain, then pain does not bring darkness to you. Pain will bring some more light. Let me repeat once again, since this is very important. If you focus on reading the spiritual messages behind the pain, pain does not bring any darkness. On the contrary, pain brings you some beautiful light. So that's why I keep sharing to all my meditation students. If you have a problem around your head, the spiritual message means less thinking, more flowing. If you have a problem with your eyes, minus, plus, and another kind of problem with eyes, the spiritual message is look at life in a much more positive way. Look at life into much more positive way. If you have a problem around mouth and throat, be careful when you speak. Be careful. If you are not sure that your words will help the others, close your mouth using smile. For some people who have a problem with throat and mouth, be careful when you speak. The words that you speak is not only the message that you deliver to the others, but also the message that you deliver to your inner soul. If you have a problem with mouth and throat, try to make your words much more polite. Try to make your words in a softer way. In psycholinguistics, when the topic that I love when I got my postgraduate degree in England, in psycholinguistics, there is a beautiful message to someone who often have a problem with mouth and throat. The words that you speak is the home that you live. The words that you keep speaking from one day to another day, month to another month, year to another year, it can become transformative power that make it into reality. Suppose that you keep using the soft words, like the British people love to use the words please, would you please, would you mind. That is soft words in English. If you keep using the soft words in daily life, as a matter of time, your soul growth also go into the directions of being softer, softer, and softer. If you have a problem around your heart, the spiritual message behind, try to perfect your love. Anyone who have a problem with heart, any kind of problem, heart problem, please improve your soul journey by perfecting your love. If you have a problem around digesting system, learn to flow. Learn to flow. Learn water logic. Say goodbye to any kind of hard rock logic. Hard rock logic meaning I'm right, you are wrong. My religion is true, your religion is false. That is hard rock logic. what I mean by water logic. The truth is not only happen in our religion, but the truth is also possible happen in someone else's religion. The reason why we keep concluding that we are right, because we measure ourselves using our own measurement. The reason why we often see someone else as wrong, because we measure someone else by using our own measurement. Change your measurement. Do not measure fish using the measurement of eagle. Do not measure eagle using the measurement of fish. Try to measure fish using the measurement of fish. Try to measure eagle using the measurement of eagle. That is what I mean by water logic to someone who has problem with digesting system. If you have a problem around your sexual organ, soul is deeply missing the experience of unity. To women especially, you are invited to be independent, more independent like men. To men, you are invited to be more feminine, soft, kind, full of love. That is the message behind sexual organ. If you have a problem around your leg, be careful in making decision in life. If you have a problem in your back, be confident. Learn to be self-confident. Problem with your hands, meaning less thinking, more acting. That is the spiritual messages behind pain. As further explanations of the second topic, pain as compass. If you focus on seeing the lesson, not the punishment behind pain, then pain is no longer bring darkness to you. Pain bring a beautiful light to you. Remember, someone who have heart problem, the spiritual message, learn to perfect your love. Among all love, the peak of love journey is unconditional love. Loving the others without expecting anything in return. That is the spiritual message behind. That is what I mean by pain is no longer bring darkness to you. Pain begin to bring beautiful light to you. At the beginning of our journey in spiritual family of compassion, I still remember in the second batch of our group. Now how many batches I no longer count. In the second batch of our group, at that time Pak Darmin and Pak Teja from Jakarta came to us for the first time. It was years ago, long time ago. For the 5 days, days and night, I could not sleep. 5 days and night. There was a deep pain here in my heart. Day and night I could not sleep. It is like it is hard to explain it, but I hold it 5 days and night. And in the 6 days, I heard a voice: if you don't go to the doctor, you will die. For that reason, at the 6th day, I was the one who was brought by the Buddhist temple officer to the medical doctor. But after the experience of 5 days and 5 nights, experiencing deep pain here, I opened one of my inner holy scripture. The message of the scripture: you are going to be a spiritual master, and the innermost core of the teaching is beautiful heart. So that's why I keep sharing to all of you in social media, especially live or written. Beautiful heart, loving kindness and compassion. The most important choice is helping the others, making the others happy. If you cannot make the others happy, at least do not harm. The spiritual guidance comes from the fourth chakra, and the fourth chakra was perfectly open at that time when I experienced 5 days and nights, deeply painful, could not sleep, even 1 minute I could not sleep. But after passing those beautiful pain, there is Holy Scripture open here. That is another example of pain as compass. Few months ago, I have a problem with my teeth. There is a deep hole in certain teeth. I just hold it for 6 months. 6 months. There is a hole in my teeth. I hold it for 6 months because I strongly believe there will be message come from my teeth problem. I hold it 1 month, 2 months, 3 months, 4 months until 6 months. It was deeply painful. I went to the one dentist in Singaraja, northern part of Bali. There is small town Singaraja. I went to the dentist. The dentist said to me, "Oh, how come you can hold that deep pain?" "No problem, doctor. I just want to put pain as my holy teacher." After experiencing 6 months of deep pain in my teeth, there is a holy scripture open from inside. It is about nutrition. Now it is black and white. What kind of food to eat, what kind of food not to eat. It is very clear. Who is the guide? The guide is deep pain behind my teeth. I experienced that deep pain for 6 months. There is another explanation of pain as compass. The first one, pain as protector. The second one, pain as compass. The last one, pain as angel. Pain as angel. Pain is not the hand of Satan. Pain is the hand of angel. If you learn psychology, particularly from Carl Jung. Carl Jung is the student of Sigmund Freud, and Carl Jung is more spiritual than Sigmund Freud. Carl Jung explicitly shared to his student, if you want to grow on the journey of soul, as a matter of time, you will experience the dark nights of the soul. The dark nights of the soul. I myself also experienced the dark nights of the soul. More than 5 years. My life was very chaotic. I could not imagine that I would experience such dark night of the soul. But I totally surrender. I sincerely surrender. Whatever happens, it will bring the light to me. No matter how painful the experience, it will open the gate of spirituality. After passing more than 5 years the dark nights of the soul, it is true. There are countless spiritual gates. There are countless spiritual gates are open after experiencing the dark nights of the soul. The message to all of you is very simple. If you lose your job, if you have a problem with your business, if you have a problem with your family in this long pandemic crisis, those problems are not the hands of Satan. Those problems are the hand of angels who are here to purify your soul journey. That is the way to see pain. As a result, pain will not put another darkness to you, but pain will bring into your darkness some of beautiful light. As I said before, any holy soul experienced the dark nights of the soul. Mahatma Gandhi Nelson Mandela, His Holiness Dalai Lama, they all experienced the dark nights of the soul. Jesus Christ even crucified. Mahatma Gandhi was shot. Nelson Mandela was jailed for 27 years. 27 years. It was a long journey. Mother Teresa experiencing the dark nights of the soul in the dark city of Calcutta. The message is very simple. Pain is not the hand of the darkness. Pain is the hand of the light. How to transform pain from darkness into light? Any pain is an opportunity to pay your negative karma. Every time you experience pain, any kind of pain, it is not a threat. It is an opportunity to pay your karmic debt. Suppose that you created pain to your parent when you are still young. Now, when you are a parent, you are painful because of your children. That is not a threat. That is an opportunity to pay back your karma. In the land of snow, Tibet, there was a beautiful story about Jetsun Milarepa. Jetsun Milarepa is one of the famous holy masters in Tibet. Milarepa began his spiritual journey by experiencing the long darkness of the soul, committed a very dangerous crime. Because of the very dangerous crime, then Milarepa was chased by a strong guilty feeling. For that reason, Milarepa met his master Marpa, and Marpa kept purifying Milarepa by experiencing a long and deep pain. At the end, Milarepa is purified and perfected in one lifetime. In one lifetime, Milarepa is purified and perfected. A half of his journey is a long and deep pain. As conclusion, let me repeat again, pain is not part of the darkness. Pain is part of the light. That is what I mean by spiritual transformation this evening. Do not let pain define your life. Let the pain refine your life. If you are angry because of someone else's anger, you are defined by the pain. But if you try to be patient because someone else's anger, you are refined by the pain. As a tips, at the end of my presentation, I will give you 3 tips. As a conclusion of the topic pain, the gift that nobody wants. There are 3 tips. First one, focus on the lesson, not the punishment. When you experience pain like losing the job, your business is collapsed, having financial problems of any kind, or you have illness or even chronic illness like cancer, you are not punished. You will be given countless lessons. Remember, in the second topic of pain as compassion, there are spiritual messages behind of the pain. If you have problem in the head, less thinking, more flowing. You have problem in the heart, perfect your soul journey through love in action. You have problem in the mouth, in the throat. Remember, be careful with your words. The first tips, focus on the lesson, not the punishment. The second tips, when the pain is very deep, like the dark nights of the soul that I experienced myself for more than 5 years, the only weapon is surrender. I could not imagine before that spiritual journey will be such painful. I could not imagine. I never read it in Holy Scripture that there would be such painful life, more than 5 years. But in the middle of long pain, my only weapon is only one: surrender. Like the flower surrender in the front of hot sunshine. Surrender. As soon as the flower totally surrender in the front of hot sunshine, the flower will beautifully bloom. Remember, keep in the heart, when you have a long and deep pain, the only weapon that I'm suggesting to you is total surrender. I tried already. I experienced more than 5 years dark nights of the soul. It was very dark. It was very painful, inside and also outside. At that year, I was brought into hospital, the emergency room in hospital. I still remember the name of the hospital in International Hospital Bintaro, southern part of Jakarta. I brought there more than 3 times, and the pain is always around here for more than 5 years. My only medicines, my only weapon is sincere surrender. The first tips: focus on the lesson, not the punishment. The second tips is surrender. The third one: every time you experience deep and long pain, imagine the pain is like knife who tried to make hole in the bamboo. Beautiful bamboo was hurted by knife. 1 hole, another hole, the 3 hole, 5 hole. But remember, the more you are painful, the closer you are to the beautiful soul. Knife is there not to harm the bamboo. Knife is there to transform a common bamboo into a beautiful flute. Like what I said at the beginning, without blowing wind, there will be no flying kite. Without dirty mud, there will no lotus, no beautiful lotus. In conclusion, there are 3 tips in life transformation to put pain as the spiritual gift. The first one: focus on the lesson, not the punishment. The second one: surrender. The third one: imagine you are a flower in the front of hot sunshine. Pain is like hot sunshine. As soon as you are deeply surrendered, as a matter of time, your soul will beautifully bloom. That is the message of this evening, my beautiful friend, beautiful soul, beautiful heart. That is the message of this evening. Pain, the gift that nobody wants. Repeating the first message at the beginning. Do not let pain define you. Let pain refine you. If you are rejecting, protesting, blaming, meaning you are defined by the pain. If you are totally surrendered, focus on the lesson, let yourself bloom, then you are being refined by the pain. That is the final conclusion. Thank you, beautiful heart. Thank you, beautiful soul. Thank you, beautiful friend. Thank you, light seeker. Thank you, peace lover, meditation lover, for very kind listening to my presentation. Even though there is a little bit technical problem here in ashram, we can go on. Later on, Pak Tejal will make up the video into much more beautiful video, hopefully. Thank you. Good evening. Sabya Sata Bhavantu Sukhitata. May all beings are happy, free from suffering. Sarvesam Santir Bhavatu. May all souls blossom into peace. Shanti, Shanti, Shanti. Peace in the lower, peace in the middle, peace in the upper realm. Shanti, Shanti, Shanti.